Hey everyone with Trades of the Day, thanks so much for being here and tuning in to this video and free content. Hope you're having a tremendous day. Let's go chat about some trades. The SPY just slowly grinding and doing its thing. I do like the fact that it made a higher high, and there still is a nice resistance right there. There's kind of this gap area. So if and when we can break out of that, should be okay. So far, my models are holding up okay. Back on May the 10th, which really isn't that far ago, 12 calendar days, this is what my plan was on the SPY. So one of these three things I was kind of mentioning: pink is worst case scenario, 10% chance of happening, blue is best case, and green is what I think is going to happen. Turns out we're doing a little bit more of the blue right now. So we did a retest. You'll see this nice little pullback, and so far we're just perfectly trading with this line for the last few days. So that's really, really exciting. And another really good chart that I have, here's ticker symbol MU on Micron Technology. This is back from December 7th, and this is my projections on MU. I say form here, a little bit of a typo, but here is the MU projections, and this one follows it almost perfectly. So nice little rotations, you can see nice little bounces, caught this second bounce here. Look at that trend, nice little S curve. So really, really pretty stuff. And that's some of the stocks that are moving today. Let's go through our swing trade list and just first update you on Philip Morris. Mentioned yesterday we'd probably get stopped out today, and it did occur. So no big deal. At least we lost small, but we can close out of this one right at 250. And the good news is you're going to lose less than an R because it's options, right? And kind of basing everything on how many contracts you may or may not buy, but that's pretty much what we got there on Philip Morris. Here is EXAS, and EXAS, this is the swing trade we've been in the longest, and it's up 2%. So I do like the candle today, and my plan was if it can close above 53.33 before May 30th, we'll hold on. So far that looks pretty okay. AAOI, so remember the market is bullish right now. We are in a lot of bullish positions, so I'm just hoping they continue higher. But AAOI, relatively decent pennant pattern kind of forming right now, so just keeping an eye on and relatively hopeful that that pops higher. Obviously we don't know until it occurs, but just watching and keeping close eyes on that one. So that's AAOI. And then we have ACAD. Got stopped out of ACAD yesterday with that update that we posted with the new stop, and I think that was the right play. So we had a stop here at 1778. Posted that on ACAD, so we can close that one 1778. Again, that was from yesterday's update, so small loss on that. VRX still open. So VRX, here we go, and we'll probably end up canceling this one if it doesn't trigger by June, or maybe just resetting it up, but I still like it. Just like it as a pullback, you know? So that's VRX. BMY looks okay. So here's BMY, and you know, we're up 1%. Not quite as high as we once were, but making, you know, going a little bit higher, so I like that. Hoping we get a good bounce out of here. I was kind of hoping that Philip Morris would do the same thing, but turns out it makes sense if it's 50-50 that that's kind of the case. Weed, so the Toronto Canadian markets were closed yesterday. Weed, nice gap up today, very nice retest gap. So that one working out real well. Congrats for those who are in that one, right? All you need is one big winner. Next one on the list is MDGL. So here's MDGL, and MDGL is, you know, had a little bit of a sell-off yesterday into those moving averages, as we can see, but hopefully those moving averages will slowly prop this one up. I do kind of like the retest. Here's the long-term moving averages. So we got the 100. We'll move the stop probably tomorrow on MDGL to about 119, just to lose small if it doesn't seem that one will work out. Next on the list, we canceled WDC. Here's Sears, ticker symbol SHLD, and Sears, which going bankrupt at some point, and I guess this was the last straw. Getting stopped out of this trade, had all that it needed to go bullish, but this is probably the last time that I ever trade Sears bullish. as recently, it just seems more and more apparent that they just can't hold up with any relevant good news. So Sears out of that one, small loss, that's a-okay. Cut the losses and hold on to some winners, which we've been doing a great job of. Here's Yext, Y-E-X-T, and this one's certainly retesting. I might have entered this one a little high, but it did break out, and it is retesting the all previous resistance, old resistance, new support. And if we do get stopped out of this one, we'll probably try it again. It looks like a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I knew the pullback was going to happen. I might just get a little bit too aggressive on that. So if we get stopped out, I will try that one again. Hopefully I got the stop at the right place where this bad boy bounces in time, but we're in on that one. And here's the other ones, B-I-L-I, Billy, on the daily chart. Looking for that to pull back, still hasn't yet. Hooah, H-U-Y-A. H-U-Y-A, still chilling. All right, so that one's just hanging out. We're looking at getting it at 20.88. Letting that one trade sideways. And then IQ, ticker symbol IQ, we were trying to get in this 20.51. So you should be all good to go. That one did fill and looking really good so far. IQ, been a fun trade to play. So 20.51, throw that one on the list, and that one is in. So we will see what continues happening on that one. So the other two I want to bring to your attention is EVHC. EVHC, and this one, I'm going to try to catch a breakout, probably do a little bit of an aggressive trade, a little bit of a wide stop on this one for sure. And this probably might end up being a longer term trade that we hold through all of May, the rest of June. We'll just see, but overall I do kind of like it. EVHC. And that entry is going to be 44.04 with a stop loss at 39.18. And bring these formats down. Okay, I guess I just need to start making this list even longer. Okay, that's going to be shares. It's a good setup based on a retest gap, open because it's not triggered yet, and we will throw that one right in there. So that's EVHC, looking to catch a breakout, and eventually we can move the stop up to lock in some good gains. And then CME. CME Group, watching this one relatively closely to possibly pop out of here. So it might not. If it doesn't trigger, especially by the end of May, then we will just cancel that setup. But looking at something like this, and the stop will be 162.55, right? That's the trigger that I want the order to actually go through at, 162.55. And then the limit, I would like it about 161.36. So see if it can pull back some, and then we'll just have the stop at 158.36, right? Make it just kind of easy math. There we go. And put that one on the board. So remember, the 161.36 is the actual entry. That's where we're going to look to get triggered into that trade. 158.36 will be the stop, and this is on May 22nd, 2018 for CME. Looking at playing some shares on that one. It's a good setup based on a gap and go. It's open because it's not triggered yet. And there, my friends, is the chart. Well, that's going to be about doing it for me today. If you have any questions, concerns, thoughts, opposite viewpoints, just let me know. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being part of the Trades of the Day, and I will see you all later. Bye.